I want to start answering some questions that people are asking me. One of them is, so I moved back home recently. My parents are very sexually active and get physical even in front of me. I can also hear it. Is this normal? I'm guessing by physical in front of him, I'm guessing that's hugging and kissing and not actually having the active sex in front of him. So I'm gonna just take that as what that means. So first of all, what I did, I asked him how old he was, and this is an adult person at 32 years old, moving back in with their parents. First of all, if you're 32 years old, you've been out of the house for at least 10 years, probably longer. Parents have gotten used to having an empty nest, and one of a few things happens. They get really used to being able to have sounds and do their thing and having a great love life, and it's amazing, and they're very happy. And then if an adult child moves back in the house, one of two things happen. They either just keep doing exactly what they've been doing because that's what they're used to, and they just assume that their adult child is like going to be okay with it because, you know, adults are not meant to move back in with their parents. They're supposed to move out and stay out. There are some cultures it's a little different with the women. If they get divorced, they have to go back and move in with their parents. A little different. But in this particular scenario, it's not that. So, you know, or the second scenario is, what I hear from a lot of parents is like, oh, my adult child has come back and moved in with us, and we've just decided to have really, really loud sex, making sure they do not stay there. They don't want them there, and so they actually push them out by like having a lot of really loud sex and get really touchy-feely in front of them to make them really uncomfortable because they don't want them there, and they don't want to say they don't want them there. They just want them to kind of go out and be independent on their own. So if you are an adult person and you've moved back in with your family, or to your parents, and they've been living basically without children in their house for a while because they spent their whole your childhood being quiet and stuff like this, and you know, basically confining themselves and stopping themselves, because when the kids are small, you don't want them hearing you, they don't want you, but it's like once you're an adult, like they don't want to have to like limit themselves. They want to have freedom. They're adults now. You're adults now. So if you're an adult and you move back home, don't be surprised if something like this happens. It's normally the parents' way of like going, get out, without having to say it. So I hope that supports you. Ciao.